Hi, y'all. This is Quintella, or Quite Delicious 40 at Instagram and on Pinterest. Back during the summer of last year, 2019, I did a DIY on a table, and I decided, you know what? Let's go ahead and upload it. So, if y'all want to see any more content like that on DIYs and fashion and all of those things, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification button so that you'll be notified when I upload. Love y'all. Let's get into it. Facebook, and it came with some chairs. The chairs didn't actually come out the way I wanted to because they was really low. I'm gonna show pictures of what I've done with the table so far. I have sand down the base of it, and I painted that, and I added legs to make it taller so that it fits really well in my kitchen. What I'm about to do is try and do a light sand on the top of this because the top isn't exactly wood. The bottom is, but the top wasn't. So I'm going to sand it down, and then I'm going to spray paint it and do some other things to it. So I'll kind of let y'all see that. I had to bring it outside. Normally I would do this on my back porch, but it wouldn't fit through the door. So I had to bring it to the front because I sanded the base inside the house about a couple of weeks ago, and then I had company over, so it was horrible. Don't ever stand inside of your house. You'll be getting sand dust up forever. So I brought it out on the front porch, and in the middle of all this, I had to go get my supplies. So in my garage, I had another project where I was painting my mudroom. Apparently, I didn't put the top good down on the paint, so paint fell in my husband's garage, and he's probably going to have a fit about it, but I try to get it up. I'll insert some pictures later on, but we're going to get started on painting, sanding this down. It is hot. It's an early Saturday morning, and he just got off from work, so I decided I'll just go ahead and get started on this. This is something I've been trying to do for weeks, but I'm never home. I'm always doing like 50 million things. So, you know what? It's like, let's get up early and let's start knocking out these projects. So, safety first. Please make sure you do this. This is necessary. Ask me. You'll learn the hard way if you do not. You don't want all of this dust and stuff kicking up everywhere. So I would suggest you do this. And I have two sanders actually. I have one that has, I guess, I don't know, I want to say it's like an angle sander, and of course I have the round. I may have to change the actual sandpaper on this round one because I don't think that it's going to be rough enough for what I need done. So what I'm going to do is, since I know the angular one is the one that I normally use, I'm going to go ahead and start with that one. So I don't have to change this one out right now because I'm lazy. Alright, so we're going to set this one to the side for now. I will link everything that I have at the bottom. It'll be at the bottom. Okay, this is one of them times where, I think I haven't changed this out. Let me change this. This one, it doesn't seem to be doing anything because this is some kind of varnish that is on here, and I need to get it off some. Because if this doesn't work, then I may have to just try and do a primer on it and then just paint over it and hope that it does what I needed. It's just that I wanted to sand it down some so that it would adhere whatever coating I put on it, whether I paint it, spray paint it, or whatever, it would go on there a little better. Since I was using an old pad, we'll just stick a new pad on it. I love these. I want to say I got this a couple of years ago at I'll link it. I can't remember the name of the place right now, but I thought it was kind of cool because I can work it. So we'll see. Let's see if this does anything because that wasn't doing anything a minute ago. Okay, so what is happening is I'm able to get the sides. The sides are sanding and the very bottom right here, but the top isn't. I think the top is some kind of, I don't know, veneer or something, so nothing is happening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this for now, and I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and do around here in the very bottom right here, all the way around, since that is actually beginning to sand down some. And once I'm done, I'll come back and I'll show you what's been done, and we'll figure out the top. All right. So I don't know if y'all can tell a difference, but it is taking whatever the shiny stuff on is leaving little scratches. So when I go to wipe, see, they don't come off. So it's not really doing like what it did on the sides. But, because on the sides you can see where it's real wood and it's really actually sanding it down some. But I will take the little scratches. I just need for it to be enough so that when I go to paint the table, it'll actually, the paint will adhere to it and stay. So we will work with this as much as we can and go from there. You know, y'all find out I'm a little stubborn, so yeah, I'm gonna find a way to achieve what I'm trying to do. So this is the big old table right here. All right, I'll be back once it's completely done. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You can see the swirls in there. It's actually not coming off. It's in there. I will take it. I am not going to fight with this table anymore. I'm just ready to just get it painted and get it over with. So yeah, I will live with this. Plus it's hot out here, y'all. Oh God, it's hot. Okay, so, and it ain't even nowhere near 12 o'clock. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. So we're gonna live with this and we're gonna go from here. Be back. So this is what it looks like as it's drying. Don't it look totally different already? And I think it looks so good up against the white base. So as you can see where I might need to go back over it and like these spots, but I'm just gonna wait for it to dry and then I'll go back over it. But I think it's gonna turn out really pretty once I'm done. I think one more coat and one can was all I needed. Yay! I'm happy. Okay, y'all, so the first coat is on and it doesn't look that good right now. I'm gonna have to switch cameras so y'all can get a better look. So I think I'll do. Doesn't look real good. Oh, by the way, I had to switch brushes because the sponge brush wasn't working for this part. Second coat of paint on it, and it came out gorgeous. Now, I wound up painting this side, but it's not going to stay that way. To avoid that, for those that want to do it the correct way, you could have just painted, taped it off with some painter's tape, which I did not, which I really don't care because it's going to be white anyway. And since it's a painted primer, I'll just go back over it. And hopefully it won't seep through because the paint I'm using is a lot thicker. And just since this was like a spray paint, I'm thinking I should be okay. But yes, I am so happy with the results right now. And like I said, when you go to spray, make sure that you try to do it as evenly as possible. This is the second coat, so now it's drying. So when it dries, it looks really good. Like I said, I'm not really worried about it because I still have at least 2 more processes, well 3, because I'm gonna paint the edges white, and then I'm gonna put glitter over the whole top of the table, and then we're gonna actually put polyurethane on top of it to make it really shiny. So I don't know if that's a process I can do by myself or I'm gonna need my husband. But that's why y'all see this blanket down here, because I don't want all of that stuff on my porch and trying to get it up. So yeah, I would suggest you always use something to protect it. Now when I do get ready to do the polyurethane though, I will probably tape off the edges. If for some reason some of the sparkles or whatever get on the edges, then we'll just have sparkles in the white. So I'm not really stressing it all that much. But the bottom I will protect. Even if I have to put it in like a garbage bag and tape it off, I think that'll probably be the easiest way. Is to set it inside of a black plastic bag and tape it off to protect the white that I have on the bottom of the base. All right, I'll be back. So guess what, y'all? I'm getting ready to paint the sides, and I looked down at the base, and while I was spraying, the wind hit. I got paint on here. So guess who will be repainting this a little bit to hit this up again. So yeah, you might want to just go ahead and do like a plastic bag or something over it to protect it. But it's okay. It's just one of them things, lesson learned. And if my husband was here, he'd been fussing, but like, you should have just did that from the beginning. But you know, it's okay. The paint I'll be using, I actually picked this up from Walmart, and it is this right here, the Color Place Ultra Interior Paint and Primer, ready to use, white, pre-mixed color. So this is what basically it comes out to look like. So that's what's going on this edge right here, and I am okay with that. So of course I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that, and y'all will see the end results of this step. All right, right now this is what the sides are looking like. It doesn't look really pretty right now, but it's just the first coat, so I'm thinking I may go with 2 more coats to get it to achieve what I want. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. Nothing in life ever starts off looking like 100% like you want it, but it's the end results. It's just like life, you know, things in your life get ugly for a hot minute and you don't see where it's going to get any better. But if you continue on and stay consistent, it will be. And it will be with this table, because I'm going to get it there. I don't want it looking like this. I want it nice, thick, even coats. And we're going to let this dry for about an hour, give or take. I might not wait that long because, like I said, I'm impatient. And I'm going to go over it again with the second coat. And I switch, like I said, I switch from the sponge to an actual little painter's brush, because it just works better getting up in these cracks and stuff. And it worked out a lot better that way. So once I'm done, y'all will see the end result for that. So this is what the table is looking like, dried and finished. It's still, I think, wet in some spots. I'm gonna get it close up, back off. But I think it looks pretty good. So we only got maybe 2 more steps to go. I'm gonna talk to my husband to see if I can actually get the sparkles and the other part done without him. But I think everything else came out pretty good. How pretty that is. There's some small imperfections, but I don't care. I like it. I think it looks good. I don't like stuff in the house, everything in the house looking new. I like for some things to look like it has some real character, like it's been used and it's been with us a while. And I think I did pretty good on that. So the chairs that actually came with the table, they did not look like this. They were this funky. I'll post pictures. So what I decided to do was go the cheap route. What I did is I did a fabric paint on them. And I let my husband pick the color. I think it came out pretty good. It came out really good. The only problem is these chairs are really low. And I need it to be a lot higher. So what I tried to do, and that's why I said this was an epic fail. We tried to do this and we put legs on it. As you can see, I haven't painted them. I found these legs at Home Depot. So they was like $3 a piece. And this one actually stays pretty well. And it's good and it's sturdy. But my husband got frustrated and we weren't able to finish the other one. So I don't know if we're gonna finish it. I think y'all can see this one spot right here where when I bought the chairs, it was like this horrible spot. I tried to paint it over it with some fabric paint first, and I'll post pictures of that. But for the most part, I think they came out pretty good. I love the color. Now looking at the color, I think I do want to go with yellow in here because as y'all can see, my floors are really dark, and so are my cabinets. So I think that yellow, you'll see right up against it, looks really good. I would love to keep the chairs because what I had to do also was I had to restuff them, and I did that, so they're nice. Got a nice little cushion on them now compared to what they had. When I bought this, I bought it on Facebook, and for the chairs and the table together, it was less than $100, about $100 give or take. What I should have did was I sent my husband to pick it up. I should have had him FaceTime me or Duo me so I could actually get a good look of how low the chairs were before he actually got them, but I didn't. So word of caution, when you do see something on Facebook or anywhere, when you go to look at them, make sure you actually look at them before you decide that you're going to keep it. Or if you're going to send your husband like me, make sure he Google or Duo you or FaceTime you so that you'll be able to get a better look at them and have some idea of whether or not it'll actually work in your space. And so that was our initial route where we're going to go, is just keep them and try and work around this and make the legs fit. And I was going to paint them, make it look really pretty. But my husband's a little frustrated with trying to do them. So I'm going to see what else we can come up with. If not, then the chairs are going to be, I don't know, trashed. Or what I might do, since they sit so low, I wonder if I can put them on my... what I might do is put a outdoor clear finisher coat or something on them and put them outdoor. Maybe put them on my front porch and take my other chairs. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but I did want y'all to see what the chairs actually look like, and I thought they would have been really pretty. This orange against, I mean the orange, this yellow, this really golden yellow against, because this is where it's gonna sit, the table and everything. This is my little breakfast area. Okay, would be using a coat. Well, I'm actually using polyurethane. I was reading the directions on it, and it was saying that you know, all the surfaces needed to be clean, such or cetera. Then after the first coat, to sand it and then come back and let it dry and go back, you know, and do a second one after a couple of hours. But I don't think I need to sand it. It's saying to sand it to ensure that you have even surface. For the most part, mine is going to be even, so I don't have to worry about actually sanding it. I just think I'm going to put the first coat, let it dry, because I'm going to use this, and I'm putting this glitter, which I got from Michael's, on there. Super fine. And I'm going to pour everything into this little container right here. And if anybody knows or eats Chinese food, wonton soup, this is where I got it from. So I had one laying around, so I figure I use that because I can just dispose of it after I'm done. So I've mixed in some glitter with the polyacrylic. So I don't know if y'all can see that, but we're about to go over here to this table and try it. And now I have a cameraman. Hubby's up from his nap. I gotta go to work again, but he's gonna work my camera a little bit. And I think I'm gonna start from the center out so that I will have my strokes as even as possible. And I don't know if y'all can see that, but that looks really pretty. I was reading, like I told y'all before, was saying to do very thin layers, which I'm doing, and wait about an hour or two, then go back and sand so that you'll have even coats. But I think I don't really need to do that. I guess that's somebody that is working with the surface that, yeah, the dry spots. So you got here, honey. Tell me about my dry spots.
You can see it in the camera.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just hit those back up, which really don't matter at this point since I'm going to do more than one coat on here. This is just going to be the first coat. And I think it's looking really good so far. I don't know if y'all can see I'm dripping a little bit, but I'm outside. It's a little hot, so I'm trying to work as quickly as I can because this did say fast drying. So I'm just going to take it all the way around and work this first coat in as much. Hey y'all, so I did a second coat and it's still drying. And now that I got the glitter on it, this is what it's looking like. I see why they say you have to do some light sanding in between because you're going to get, I don't care what kind of brush or sponge you use, you're going to get unevenness somewhere on the surface. And now that I've done it with the glitter in it, I don't know if I'm liking it at all. I'm thinking I probably should have just left it the way it was and just put a clear coat and called it a day. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to keep this glitter or not. But this is what it's looking like. You can see where my brush strokes, I probably would have to go back over it. But it's going to get sand down before I do anything else on it. So I don't know what this is going to wind up looking like. And as y'all begin to follow me, y'all find out I'll do things like this. I'll do it, and then if it doesn't look, I mean, it's pretty and all, but I don't know if I like it on the table at all. I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I think I liked it kind of matted and just plain, even though I wanted to break up some of the darkness I have going on in there, but I don't know. And it's not like I'm live where I can ask y'all and y'all can kind of, yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about this at all, but I'll keep y'all updated. That's right here. So an executive decision has been made. I am not keeping the glitter. I'm going to sand it down. I'm not feeling it, and take it back to what it looked like after I first did the first, I spray painted it with the bittersweet brown. So yeah, I don't like it, so it's coming off. Okay, so I'm being proactive this time and doing everything I should have done the right way, like my husband told me. So I went on and I covered the bottom of it so I don't have any paint spraying. Shoot, one thing I gotta do is go ahead and put some painter's tape on this part right here, because I do want to keep that part white. So I'm gonna put some painter's tape around that, but the top of it we have already sanded down. I don't know if y'all can tell the difference or not, but it has been sanded down, and I'm gonna take it back to the brown. My husband walking around taking pictures, but yeah, we're gonna get started on that. I'm sweaty. So my husband is taking it all the way around so I can cover the white part up. So when I go to spray, I'm not messing any of that up, because I don't want to have to repaint that again. This project is taking me a lot longer than it should, because like I said, I can be a little indecisive and I change my mind, which happens. You see a thing in your head, you think it's going to look one way, and then you get started and you do it, it don't look as good as you would like for it to. So these are the breaks. So let us start. Oh, as y'all can tell, this part is buffed. We didn't do this. My husband said it should be okay with me spraying, so we'll see once we go ahead and spray. So we didn't bother trying to sand this part down, any of the edges, so we're gonna wait and see what happens. So I changed plans on the color, and I went with this flat burnish amber, and it has like a little bit of glitter in it, which I think was a better option. This is how the table came out. So I had to go back to Home Depot to re-sand it down completely, and I think it looks 10 times better this way instead of me trying to put the glitter in it. I just found something with a little bit of glitz to it, and I think it looks pretty good. You see my puppy then came out for a little bit. Bella. Yeah. So here is my finished table. I didn't really decorate it or anything. I just threw some stuff on it to see what it would look like. Trying to play with some colors of placemats. Trying to decide what colors I want. Y'all can see how pretty the chairs look in the background, even though I may not be able to use those. So, let's see my orchid my son got me. But that's what the chair looks like, unfinished still. Because, you know, if we decided to do the legs on it, it's just that, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to get my husband to actually try and finish it off. Because he was saying that he can probably shave the top of it down some so that it'll blend with the rest of it. It's just that I think it'll be another one of those really time-consuming projects. And I don't know if we're going to do that or not. So I got to see if he wants to spend the money, put the legs on, or just buy me new chairs to go with it. But look how pretty that is. This way it would sit at, and I got to get a rug for over here. But for the most part, I think the table came out good. Just one thing, FYI, the table has a slight, it's not as smooth, and I think it's because the spray I use has these little glitter thingies in it. So, but I'm okay with that. It don't have to be like, it's not bad where you'll be like, oh my God. It's a table, it's gonna get used. So I figure over time it'll be fine. But yeah, my table, she's pretty. I'm happy with it.